Hello, my Buckeye friends out there. Let's just get right into it. Without a doubt, Buckeye Nation, this was a very tough game to swallow Saturday afternoon. Obviously, me being a Buckeye fan, this was a tough game to watch. And I think for me, why it was so tough was because, let's just face it, we did not play well at all. Case closed. We played very sloppy. We played as if we had no idea about what was going on the field. And for me, this is a big result of why the Wolverines beat us yesterday, 42-27. I never seen a Buckeye team so undisciplined in all my years of watching the Buckeyes. It was just a very poor display. Buckeyes found themselves down by 1 point at half, so it was 14-13. And I'm talking to my wife, and I'm thinking, okay, so we're playing like crap, and we're only down by one. Don't get me wrong, Coach Ryan Day, a very good coach in my eyes. So I figured he would have regrouped at half, like good coaches do, came out with a different game plan. If it's broke, we better fix it. And let's be honest, in the first half, it was broke. Well, for me, and I am going to give a compliment to Jim Harbaugh, not only were the Buckeyes outplayed, but we were definitely outcoached. And this was probably the first time in a long time that I've seen Coach Ryan Day truthfully outcoached. Let's get into some stats here. C.J. Stroud, 34 out of 49 passing, 394 yards in the air, 2 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions. You know, my friends, I don't want to hear people start blaming CJ, okay? CJ did not have any turnovers, okay? He did not throw any interceptions. He could not help it that he had, for a lot of the times, 0 protection. I've never seen our offensive line play so poorly in all my life, and I truly mean this. Trevion Henderson, 17 carries for 74 yards. He led the Buckeyes in rushing, 1 touchdown on the ground. You know, these 3 guys, they lived up to everything. They did play well. Earth, wind, and fire. Jackson Smith Najiba led the Buckeyes with 11 grabs for 127 yards, but failed to get in the end zone. Garrett Wilson, 10 grabs for 119 yards and 1 touchdown. Chris Olave, 7 grabs for 88 yards, and he failed to get into the end zone. And Trevion Henderson, 5 grabs, 54 yards in receiving, and 1 touchdown. So, my friends, there you have it. You know, when we needed to make the big plays, we could not make it. When Michigan needed to make the big plays, they made it. In total offense, this was the first time in a long time that the Buckeyes were outgained. Michigan 487 yards of total offense. The Buckeyes 458. Again, my friends, you cannot just blame the defense. You can't just blame the special teams, the offense. As a whole, the Buckeyes played like crap. Okay, case closed. The Buckeyes had a total of 10 penalties. Most of them offensively. Illegal procedure, holding penalties. I'm sorry. That's not going to get it done against a subpar team, let alone a Michigan team that is now 11-1. It's not going to get it done, my friends. Sorry. How many times we shot ourselves in the foot? We had a big play. We had a good drive going, but no, it was called back for holding. You can't do that. How many times we got in the red zone and we settled for field goals in the first half? You can't do that in a rivalry game, let alone a regular game. Third down conversions, this really surprised me. The Buckeyes normally good on third down conversions, not Saturday afternoon. Buckeyes 8 for 18 on third down conversions. That definitely hurt. Looking over on Michigan's side, McNamara, now, this young man didn't play bad. He didn't play great. He managed the offense. He was a good manager of the offense as the quarterback. 13 out of 19, 158 yards passing, 0 touchdowns. He did throw that one pick in the first half to Shaw to stop their drive. Let's be honest with you, my friends. I'm going to eat crow here. I was saying in my last video that there's no way that Michigan could stop our running game. Boy, was I wrong. It was the other way around. The Buckeyes defense could not stop Hassan Haskins. This young man ran all over us. He looked as if he was going for the Heisman. Who knows, he might. 28 carries, 169 yards, and 5 touchdowns. 5 touchdowns. My hat's off to that young man. He hit the holes, and I got to tell you this, where I got to give Michigan another compliment, is this game was won in the trenches. Their offensive line against our defensive line, they manhandled us. Case closed. Case closed. Their offensive line controlled the whole game. Looking at the other way, our offensive line had a lot of difficulties opening up holes for Henderson. And I'm just going to say this. The center to quarterback snap exchange was horrible. It was horrific. For a center and a quarterback who's been practicing all the way back in July, August, it was horrific. The balls were snapped high. The balls were snapped off count. The balls were snapped on the ground. Just a very untypical Buckeye performance, to say the least. And don't get me wrong. Buckeyes losing 42-27. You have games like this. I'm making no excuses. You have games like this, okay? Were they nervous? I don't know. They seemed, in the beginning of the drive, Michigan went right down with no problem against us. No problem. I'm just not going to blame all the players, okay? Again, it just, our scheme of things coming into this game just did not seem right. Okay, Ryan Day did not coach like the typical Ryan Day. Normally he's aggressive. He was not aggressive. The aggressive coach yesterday was Jim Harbaugh. I'm just going to have to say the facts. He was more of the aggressive coach, and I'm just going to have to say this, out of the two, he definitely outcoached Ryan Day. And, it's not a smack to Ryan Day. I give credit where credit's due. Everybody should know me by now. Okay, I'm one of the biggest Buckeye fans, okay, in the state of Ohio. I do know many others. I have a lot of friends that are big Buckeye fans, but I'm right up there too. But I also call it the way I see it. And if the Buckeyes are not playing well and they are making mistakes, I'm going to call them out on it. And I just did in this video. Buckeyes go to 10-2 on the year, 8-1 in the Big Ten. And on the other hand, Michigan, they go to 11-1 on the season. So, my friends, it was just one of those games that you could just tell from the kickoff whether a team's going to have it or not. And I'm not trying to sound funny when I say this, but I can tell that. And like I said, when that first drive went downfield for Michigan, like just going right through a knife through butter in our defense, I knew we were in for a long day. I'm trying to look at some bright spots. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Jackson Smith, Najiba, Garrett Wilson, and Chris Olave, for the most part, they lived up to their standards. The three total caught 28 passes amongst the three of them. Not bad. Not bad at all. But like I said, my friends, it was just an uphill climb throughout this whole game. And like I said again, first half we're only down by 1, and we were not playing well at all. I'm thinking, not bad. I thought for sure the Buckeyes would have regrouped, went with a different play calling in the second half. If it's broke, you better fix it. which Ryan Day would have had to know that it was broke, and we did not fix it. And so when you go into half not fixing the first half, which you should have, and coming out with the same game plan, well, expect the same results like you did in the first half. And in fact, it got worse. Buckeyes were outscored in the second half by Michigan 28-14. So my friends, Michigan wins the rivalry and snaps the Buckeyes' 8-game win streak. The last time, ironically, Michigan beat us prior to yesterday was 2011, 40-34, yes, and it was in the Big House. My friends, if you like this video, please click on the like button. If you are new to my channel, please click on the subscribe button. It's free. And like always, please comment down below. I really want to read your comments. Like always, peace out. God bless. Keep the faith, Buckeyes. I'm out of here.